In a small village nestled among the mountains of Japan, there lived a young boy named Hiroshi. Like many boys his age, Hiroshi was full of energy and curiosity, always eager to explore the world around him. However, beneath his youthful exterior, Hiroshi carried a heavy burden. As the eldest son in his family, he felt the weight of expectations pressing down upon his shoulders. Hiroshi's father was a stern man, a former warrior who held firm beliefs about what it meant to be a man. He often told Hiroshi that boys must grow up to be strong, fearless, and unwavering in the face of adversity. A true man never shows weakness, his father would say, his voice tinged with the wisdom of his years as a warrior. These words echoed in Hiroshi's mind, day and night, shaping his understanding of what he was supposed to become. But inside, Hiroshi felt a deep conflict. He feared failure, and he often doubted his own abilities. The pressure to live up to his father's expectations and the ideals of manhood in his village created a storm of emotions within him. He wondered if he could ever truly be the strong, fearless man his father wanted him to be. Hiroshi's days were filled with rigorous training. His father, determined to mold him into a warrior worthy of their family's legacy, would spend hours teaching him the art of martial arts. The young boy would practice his forms and techniques, his small body moving with growing precision. Yet despite his progress, Hiroshi often stumbled during training. Each misstep, each moment of hesitation was met with a look of concern from his father. These moments only deepened Hiroshi's fear of failure and his doubt in his abilities. One day, seeking solace from the constant pressure, Hiroshi found himself sitting alone by the stream that ran through their village. The gentle sound of flowing water soothed his troubled mind as he absent-mindedly picked up smooth stones and skipped them across the water's surface. As he sat there, lost in thought, he noticed an old monk walking along the path near the stream. The monk, his weathered face etched with the lines of wisdom, noticed Hiroshi's troubled expression. Without a word, he sat down beside the young boy. For a long while, they sat in silence, the only sound being the gentle flow of the stream and the occasional plop of a stone breaking the water's surface. Finally, the monk spoke, his voice gentle and filled with compassion. "What troubles you, young one?" he asked. Hiroshi, feeling a sense of safety in the presence of this kind stranger, found himself opening up. "I'm afraid of failing," he confessed, his voice barely above a whisper. "I'm supposed to be strong, but sometimes I don't feel strong at all." The monk listened intently, nodding slowly as Hiroshi poured out his fears and doubts. When the boy had finished speaking, a gentle smile spread across the monk's face. "True strength, young Hiroshi," he began, his voice filled with the wisdom of years, "is not the absence of fear. It is the courage to face your fear, to embrace it, and still move forward." Hiroshi looked at the monk, confusion evident in his young eyes. The monk continued, "To be a man is not to be without doubt, but to understand that doubt's a part of the journey. Just like the stones you skip across the stream, sometimes they will bounce, and sometimes they will sink, but each one teaches you something." To demonstrate his point, the monk picked up a smooth stone and skipped it across the stream. The stone bounced twice before sinking gently into the water. "You see," he said, "the greatest warriors, the wisest men, all know fear and doubt, but they do not let it stop them. They learn from it, they grow from it, and they find their true strength not in hiding their fears, but in accepting them." As the monk spoke, Hiroshi felt a warmth spreading through his heart. It was as if a great weight was being lifted from his shoulders. He began to realize that he didn't have to hide his fears to be strong. He could embrace them, learn from them, and still become the person he was meant to be. The monk stood up, placing a gentle hand on Hiroshi's shoulder. "Remember, young one," he said, his voice filled with kindness, "the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Do not fear where your path may lead, for every step, whether it falters or not, brings you closer to who you are meant to be." With those words, the monk bowed slightly to Hiroshi and began to walk away. Hiroshi watched as the old man disappeared into the trees, his words echoing in the boy's mind. For the first time in a long while, Hiroshi felt a sense of peace and determination. From that day forward, Hiroshi approached his training with a new mindset. He no longer feared failure, for he understood that each challenge was an opportunity to grow. When he stumbled during practice, instead of feeling discouraged, he picked himself up and tried again, knowing that each attempt brought him closer to mastery. His father, noticing the change in his son, began to see Hiroshi in a new light. He observed how the boy faced each challenge with determination, how he embraced his fears instead of trying to hide them. Slowly but surely, the stern warrior began to understand that strength was not just about muscles or fearlessness, but about the courage to face one's own inner battles. As the years passed, Hiroshi grew into a young man. His martial arts practice became a thing of beauty, each movement graceful and focused. He moved with a confidence that came not from the absence of fear, but from the acceptance of it. His father would often watch from a distance, a proud smile on his face, marveling at the man his son had become. Hiroshi's journey teaches us a valuable lesson about the true nature of strength and manhood. It reminds us that being strong doesn't mean never feeling afraid or doubting ourselves. Instead, true strength comes from having the courage to move forward despite our fears and doubts. For all the boys and young men who may be struggling with similar feelings, remember Hiroshi's story. Embrace your journey with all its ups and downs. Learn from your stumbles, for they are not signs of weakness, but opportunities for growth. Know that true wisdom comes from within, from accepting all parts of yourself, your strengths and your vulnerabilities. Your path is yours to walk, and it is unique to you. Don't be afraid to take that first step, even if it feels uncertain. Each step, no matter how small or hesitant, brings you closer to who you are meant to be. It's okay to feel fear. It's okay to have doubts. These feelings don't make you any less of a man. They make you human, and it is in embracing your humanity that you will find your true strength. Remember, the greatest warriors and the wisest men throughout history have all faced fears and doubts. What set them apart was not the absence of these feelings, but their courage to face them head-on. They found strength not in hiding their vulnerabilities, but in accepting them as part of their journey. As you go through life, you will face many challenges. There will be times when you stumble, when you feel like you're not measuring up to the expectations placed upon you. In those moments, think of Hiroshi by the stream, learning that true strength comes from within. Take a deep breath, acknowledge your fears, and then take that next step forward. Your journey of self-discovery and growth is just beginning. Embrace it with an open heart and a courageous spirit. Find strength in your fears, wisdom in your doubts, and know that every experience, whether it feels like a success or a failure, is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. So go forth with confidence, young ones. Your path is waiting for you. Walk it with courage, with compassion for yourself and others, and with the knowledge that true strength lies not in never falling, but in rising every time you fall. Your journey is your own, and it is beautiful in all its imperfections. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it guide you to become the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching this story of courage and self-discovery. If you found Hiroshi's journey inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more motivational stories. Your support helps us continue to bring you content that uplifts and empowers. Stay tuned and remember, your path is yours to walk, and every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to who you are meant to be.